Hi, Glenn Phillips here with Lake Homes Realty and LakeHomes.com. Today I want to talk about 5 pricing mistakes made by lake home sellers. Hey, whether you're selling and you want to avoid these mistakes or you're buying and you want to understand what's happening on the other side of the transaction, these are things you can know to help make a smoother transaction and get each party to get where they need to be. So let's talk about what those 5 are. First, trusting websites offering AVMs, automated valuation models. Hey, that's nerdy sounding. What it really is, you've seen it, websites. See what your home is worth. You put in an address, it gives you a number. These are not people, these are automated algorithms with data. Well, at the lake, they're very flawed, and they know it. If you dig down on these AVM websites, some of them which are popular, well-known ones, about how their thing works, they often will explain where they are good and where they're not. Where they're good is where the housing is very consistent. Well, at the lake, wild variance, as well as a disproportionate impact of the cost of the houses. Where is it on the lake and what is the water like? So you could have 2 perfectly identical homes on different parts of the lake. Maybe one's poor shallow water and one's high traffic and one's maybe an ideal, and they'll all have very different prices. So that's not a good guide of what a lake home is worth. Those work much better where you're in subdivisions with similar homes built around the same time who've been kept update similarly. Number 2, sellers use prices of currently listed properties. Oh, I see my neighbor's house was listed for this, and my other neighbor down there, their house is like, I see what that's listed, I'm gonna list my house at that price. Hey, if it's listed and not sold, that's an unsold property, which means those prices didn't work. If you list, you get to join at that kind of high pricing, overpricing, you get to join the club of homes that haven't sold. And those homes that start overpriced, because they're still listed and they sit and they sit, eventually those homeowners get less money for their home for a host of reasons. But the price of, keep in mind, what you see what's available on the market is not what's selling, it's what's not selling. The next thing is there's a concept, we hear sellers sometimes go, when they set the price of their home, they detach from what the home is and they go, well, I need to get so many dollars. I need to get $500,000. I need to get $1 million. I need to get $3 million. Whatever it is I need to get has nothing to, didn't say, what is my home worth? I mean, when you bought the home, did you say, I don't know what the home's worth, or I think it's worth this, but heck, the seller needs to get more money than that, so that's what I should pay. They don't think that way. So you need to detach and think about what is the home worth from the true market value. And you want to necessarily get as much as you can, but setting a fixed number independent of the house, it's just dreaming. It'd be nice. It'd be also like, I need to win the lottery. That's nice, probably not going to happen. Number 4, and sort of a related thing, is called emotional reasoning. What we value our own stuff more than someone else's stuff, and there are tons of studies, even some simple ones where they've done experiments with people with a coffee cup about what they would pay for the coffee cup and versus if they held it, how much they'd sell it for. And even though this is small amount of money, it was very repeatable. On a lake home, this goes to scale. And so there's also, people can attach, oh, well, I put all the work into remodeling it. That's my personal investment. Well, that's an emotional reasoning, not what the market says. So be aware if you're doing emotional reasoning. This is a business transaction, so treat it as a business transaction that focuses on value, market conditions, comparable market analysis that you can get from an expert at the lake with real estate. Which goes to my 5th point of a pricing area, is failing to consult a lake expert real estate agent. These properties are just different in how they're valued and how they're marketed and how they're exposed than primary residential. Doesn't mean they're not great agents that do primary residential away from the lake. But if you use one of those because they're your friend, your buddy, they won't necessarily know how to reach buyers that are from states away. They won't necessarily have the resources for that. And they may not understand why a house 2 identical houses in different parts of the lake are priced differently. These are a lot of little nuances and pieces that you're going to get avoid that pricing error by getting somebody who actually understands this type of property. You know, it'd be no different than you're trying to sell your convertible Mustang versus your convertible Porsche. Different understanding what these cars are worth and who the buyer is. So these are 5 pricing mistakes often made by lake home sellers that you can avoid when you're selling. If you're buying, you can help understand what's going on the other side for a smoother transaction. Be sure and visit us at LakeHomes.com, where you can find lake expert agents who can guide you through the process when you're ready, both selling and buying. And we have tens of thousands of properties for sale if you're trying to find that dream lake home right now. Hope this has been helpful, and have a great day. For more information, be sure to check out LakeHomes.com.